Hi everybody, welcome back to Marie's Kitchen. I'm so glad you're here. Today we're making a Campechana, which is a mixed seafood cocktail. And this is one of my favorites for summer. It is delicious and refreshing and perfect for those nights where you do not want to cook. And especially if you have access to great seafood, you've got to try this one. I can't wait to share it with you. Let's get started. First, what we're going to add is 2 Roma tomatoes, and I've chopped one already. This recipe does have quite a bit of chopping in it. There's no cooking required, but there is some chopping. So I did some ahead of time, but I do want to show you real quick how I chop a Roma tomato because you want to avoid the seeds if you can. This is supposed to be diced and seeded. So what I usually do is just cut down one side of it, kind of avoiding the seeds. See the seeds right there in the center? So you're just avoiding that with your first cut, and then you can see where you need to cut next. So about the same width away from the seeds, and you go all the way around, and there you have basically a seeded tomato. Now, if you want to use the seeds and you don't want to waste any food, you can use all this, feel free, but this is just a little cleaner version without the seeds. Now we're going to dice this up into small pieces, and the reason I do it so small is so that you can fit these on a saltine or on a chip, however you want to eat it. If you've got big chunks, you're not going to get as much variety. You're not going to get a little bit of everything, so nice small pieces are better. And because there is quite a bit of chopping involved, feel free to do that ahead. You can do it ahead and put some plastic wrap on it and save those in the fridge for the next day. You can also make the Campechana itself up to 2 days in advance. So this is a good one to do ahead if you have company coming or just want to get something done. Okay, so we've got our 2 tomatoes. We can go ahead and add that to our bowl here. Next is a seedless cucumber, which are never really completely seedless, but they call them seedless because there's fewer seeds and they're smaller. So we're just going to peel that. I'm using half of a cucumber. I think I already said that. Starting that phase of life where I keep repeating myself. Also talking to myself. I do that a lot now at the grocery store. Now we're going to avoid the seeds on the cucumber as well, so we'll just cut straight down kind of next to those seeds, and it's okay if you don't get it, perfect, no problem. We'll just cut that off, and then there you have your seeds again. You can toss them in your garden, compost, whatever you like to do. And then we'll cut these into smaller pieces. To do that, we're just going to cut in thin strips like this. Then you'll put those together, and then some nice small dice here. I have most of that done over here, so I'm just going to add this to it. And we can add our cucumber right in with the tomato. Next up is about a half cup of diced white onion. And next is 1 to 2 diced and seeded jalapeños. And I'll show you again how I cut that. It's similar to the tomato to avoid the seeds. We'll cut down this edge now that we can see where the seeds are and go around like that. Now we can dice these into some nice small pieces. Okay, I can throw that in with this one we already have diced here. Then we'll add that to our mixture. Next are some pitted green olives, and I could only find the really big jumbo kind, so that's fine. Whatever you can find will work. Just make sure they're pitted, and then you'll want to just finely chop these. So I usually just quarter them and then chop these into smaller pieces. We'll add our 1/4 cup of chopped olives here. Next is about a 1/4 cup cilantro, and this is not quite a 1/4 cup, but I can add some more. Got lazy towards the end there. All right, that's all the chopping, I think. Now we'll add our tomato juice. And some recipes I've seen for campechanas will tell you you can use clamato juice, which is tomato juice and clam juice. But I prefer to use the two separate, tomato juice and clam juice, because the clamato actually has a lot of sugar in it, surprisingly. And it really makes this taste really sweet, which I don't really like. So I use 1 cup tomato juice in this recipe. We'll pour that out here and just pour that right in. And then because it is a can, it has about 4 ounces left in it. You can drink it if you like tomato juice, or you can just throw it in. You know, I'd hate to waste that little bit there. So you can just throw it in. And then we have a 1/2 cup of the clam juice. And this is it's not a strong flavor, but it is a nice, you know, extra little seafood salty flavor that goes with it. We'll pour in 1/2 cup clam juice. All right, now we'll add 2 tablespoons fresh lime juice. This is fresh juice. I just buy it by the container since we use so much of it. So 2 tablespoons fresh lime juice. Next is about 1/2 cup of ketchup. I know it seems like a lot of ketchup, but trust me, it goes really well with these flavors. You can't even tell that it's in there. It doesn't taste like ketchup. So it mixes right in with the tomato juice and mainly just serves as a thickener. And then there is a little bit of sweetness from the ketchup. But mainly it's the thickener that we use it for. And now we'll add a few teaspoons of Cholula or Tabasco. Now we'll mix this together. That's beautiful. I'm gonna add some pepper, and then probably after we finish mixing everything together, we can taste it and add salt if needed. Generally, I don't add much salt because the tomato juice and the seafood and the ketchup has plenty of salt in it, and the clam juice. All right, let's grab our seafood now. Okay, we've got 2 types of seafood. First up is some lump crab meat. So we've got that here. And like I said, I really love to make this when we go to the beach because you get fresh Texas blue crab there, and it's wonderful in this. But for now, this will work. And then in a show of my ultimate laziness, I just got a shrimp cocktail, which you can buy at the grocery store. I didn't want to cook the shrimp. I just want to buy it already cooked. So we'll take these out and we're going to use those. You could buy them raw and just either boil them yourself or saute them quickly just to cook them till they're pink like this. But I bought mine already cooked just to keep things really simple. So we'll just pull the tails off like this. We are so covered up with birds outside. I am loving it. I actually saw a woodpecker at our bird feeder the other day. It was really exciting because I was like, what is that red head out there? There's this red topped bird with that kind of black and white tail. And I asked my daughter, I said, what is that out there? Nobody moves so it doesn't get scared. And she said, Mom, it's a woodpecker. So I've never seen that before. I didn't know they came to bird feeders. They do. Now we'll chop these into about quarters or fifths, you know, just cut again into some relatively bite-sized pieces so you can get it up on your chip when you go to scoop it. Now we can add our shrimp here, toss that right in. And that was about 8 ounces shrimp. Next up is 8 ounces of the lump crab meat, and if you have jumbo lump, that's wonderful. But this is about, I would say about $7 cheaper, $5 to $7 cheaper. So I get just the lump rather than the jumbo lump. But again, up to you depending on what you have and what you want to spend. So then you just kind of sprinkle this in without breaking up the pieces very much, but just double checking that there's not any pieces of cartilage or shell in there. So you just kind of feel it a little bit as you drop it in. And all seafood, including crab, should have just a little bit of an ocean scent. Be sure to give your seafood a good sniff. You definitely don't want to ruin all your chopping with bad seafood. So give it a sniff, make sure it smells okay. Okay, then we'll just stir this up. That's it. Now I'm going to give it a taste just to make sure our salt and flavors are good. Oh my gosh, delicious. You're gonna love it. I'm gonna get some chips out, some saltines, we'll set it out, and then what you wanna do is top it with avocado. So I'm gonna show you that real quick. Now to serve the Campechana, ideally bowls like this are great because they hold a good amount of liquid, but it's wide enough for you can dip and share. In these bowls, I think I got at Goodwill, otherwise I would give you a link, but maybe I can find some on Amazon that are similar in case you're in the market for some. So we'll just scoop our Campechana right over here. And it makes quite a bit. This is a really great appetizer. I've been having cooking classes lately here at the house, and for 2 classes served this delicious appetizer, and everybody, kids and adults, just dove in, loved it, couldn't get enough. When I serve this as an appetizer, I usually do saltines as well as tortilla chips, kind of 1/2 is saltines and 1/2 is tortilla chips, so people can just choose. But of course, if you prefer one, you know, just do that. They're both really good. Set those out here. I mean, doesn't this just make you want to dive in? It looks so beautiful already. Now we'll add our avocado. And this is ready to enjoy. Oh my gosh. It's so inviting. I can't wait to have a bite. Of course, I want to get like a little bit of everything on there if I can. Incredible. Gotta get one more bite. Yum. Sorry, I took too big of a bite there because it's so good. I can't wait for you to try this one. For this recipe and more, head over to my website, mariesaba.com. There you can print out this recipe and all my recipes. And if you like, put them in a notebook and make your very own Marie's Kitchen cookbook for free. If you like this video, be sure to give us a thumbs up. It is so helpful for my channel. Also hit the subscribe button for more easy recipes just like this. And then the bell button for notifications. That way you'll be notified every time I have a new video. Also, if you can find the hype button somewhere along the like bar, hit the hype button. That can also really help my channel. I appreciate your support so much. And all of that is all free. Liking, subscribing, the bell button, my website, also free. All the recipes, also free. So come on over, come join me. My goal is to give you some really easy recipes that turn out great every time so you can build some confidence in the kitchen and feel really inspired to share good food with people that you love. From my kitchen to yours. Thank you. See you next time. Favorite food ever. Meow. 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 Oh, hello. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Who came over? Oh. She said, are they having fun over there? Meow. Meow. Get her, Coco.